He proposed 52 times. On the 52nd time, she finally said yes. She told him, "I will be your wife through life and death. But remember, if you ever lie to me, I will disappear forever." He cried. He promised. He swore his love was eternal. 3 months later, she found out. While she was at home waiting, he was with another woman. While she wore his jewelry, he gave another woman an entire amusement park. And that night, she signed the divorce papers. This is the story of a perfect marriage. That was never real.
Miss Summers, are you sure you want to erase all your identity records? Once erased, it will be as if you never existed, and no one will be able to find you. Adele paused for a moment before nodding resolutely. Yes, that's exactly what I want. I want no one to find me. At the same time, the television was replaying a press conference held by the Sterling Corporation. Adele Fairy Tale Romance. Following the press conference, the broadcast shifted to clips of reporters interviewing passersby. Who doesn't? Just recently, Mr. Sterling even published a memoir entirely dedicated to Mrs. Sterling. In it, he mentioned how she loved cherries, so he planted an entire orchard of cherry trees around their villa. I told my husband to learn from him, and he said, that kind of man is one in a million. I could never compete. Honestly, it's enough to drive you mad with jealousy. A young university student stood in front of the microphone, clutching her hands to her chest with a dreamy expression. Their love story is like a romance novel brought to life. Mr. Sterling is the ultimate lover. 4 years ago, Mrs. Sterling faced kidney failure and was in desperate need of a transplant. When it turned out Mr. Sterling was a compatible donor, he ignored everyone's objections and went straight to the operating table that very day to save her. He said she was his life, and if she couldn't live, he wouldn't either. How could there be such a perfect man? The reporter interviewed countless people, and every single one of them expressed admiration for Elias and Adele's love story. But Adele merely curled her lips in self-mockery. Sorry, I'm not interested in dating, and I care even less about romance. That was until she met Elias. Unlike everyone else, he pursued her relentlessly for 3 years. No matter how many times she turned him down, he only became more determined. Once, just to win her a necklace she liked, he joined a life-threatening street race, nearly losing his life in the process. That was the moment he finally broke through her walls. After they got together, his love never waned. Instead, he showered her with everything he could offer, gradually melting her guarded heart. Even when proposing, he didn't stop at just once. He asked 52 times before she finally took the leap of faith and agreed to marry him. Elias, I will do my best to be your wife, through life and death, wealth and poverty, never abandoning you. But there's one thing you must remember, I will never tolerate lies. If you ever deceive me, I will disappear from your world forever. Those beautiful memories had now been shattered by a cruel reality, turning into nothing but illusions. 3 months ago, she discovered that Elias had secretly been seeing another woman. He spent his days with Adele and his nights with her, his heart long since divided between 2 women. Those who love passionately often burn out quickly. Adele let out a bitter laugh, switched off the television, and printed out the divorce papers she had prepared long ago. Picking up the pen, she carefully signed her name, stroke by deliberate stroke. As fate would have it, her words from the past had come true. She would keep her promise and disappear from his world forever. After signing her name, Adele placed the divorce papers into an elegant gift box and wrapped it carefully. An hour later, Elias stepped through the door. Before he could even take off his shoes, he rushed toward her, pulling her into his arms as he gently apologized. I'm sorry, Addie. I went to pick up the jewelry today, which is why I was late and missed our wedding anniversary. Please don't be upset, okay? Adele, the collar of his black shirt was slightly open, with the top button left undone. As he leaned down, the skin beneath his collar revealed faint marks of kiss imprints and scratches that stabbed sharply into Adele's heart. Had he really gone to pick up jewelry, or had he spent the evening with Evelyn Lowe? Most likely, he had just come straight from her bed. Elias, oblivious to her turmoil, lovingly placed the necklace on her. The dazzling light from the jewels accentuated her delicate features, making her beauty even more radiant. You look stunning, Addie, but there was no joy in Adele's expression. Her eyes were red as she handed him the gift box containing the divorce papers. This is for you. Elias looked at her, puzzled. What's this? Adele's lips curled faintly. A gift. You prepared something for me for our anniversary, so it's only fitting that I give you something in return. Elias's eyes lit up with delight.